Hey folks, I just wanted to quickly show off a book that I just sold. This is an older book from 1936, Famous Funnies number 20. And this may be a book that I never own again just because obviously, a book from the 1930s, there's not too many of these. These are considered platinum age books. This is actually 2 years before Superman first debuted, so a pre-Golden Age comic book. Famous Funnies is actually considered the first real comic book series. It started in 1934, and actually I previously owned a Famous Funnies number 4, and I showed that off in my Captain Marvel video at the end. But just wanted to take a quick look through this. Again, this is a book that I just sold on my eBay store, which is Collectdoor, Collectdoor. And just wanted to kind of document this book since, again, I probably won't ever have it again. So, again, you can see here, it's a very clean copy, by the way, but from 1936, March 1936. And you'll notice that pretty much every page has its own comic strip, if not multiple comic strips. There's Joe Palooka, who was a famous boxing comic strip. You also see a lot of things like this, like text, and there's games and stuff as well. But again, Alley Oop, that was a famous comic strip. A lot of these I've never heard of before, like Captain Easy, or Seaweed Sam, or Herky. But here's some of, like, these are showing magic tricks, so that's kind of interesting thing that they had in these early comics. There's Buck Rogers. Obviously, he was a very famous comic strip, kind of a pre-superhero, sort of sci-fi hero. And obviously, there's been movies made about Buck Rogers, and his comic strip went on for years and years. Here you see sort of like paper doll type things. These aren't cut out. So again, this book itself is in great condition. There's a little thing about Persia. And obviously you see some sort of racist caricatures in these older books too. That's really not uncommon at all. Babe Bunting, Apple Mary, Buddy and Fatty. A few different Apple Mary strips. Napoleon. Is that one? Smatter Pop? The Nuts Brothers. And the staples are very clean. Now, this is a book I'm always torn on selling these older books. Sorry, yeah. Well, always torn on selling these older books just because you may never see them again. But, they're not really, like, that collected, unfortunately. It's weird, right? Because from, like, a historic perspective, these are very classic early comic books that you figure would be very desirable. More games here. They go for a decent price. They go for hundreds of dollars, but they're not like, they don't go for, unless they're high grade, they don't go for thousands of dollars like the early superhero books go, or even later superhero books go for. So I find them personally interesting, but not something that I necessarily want to hold on to. Again, none of these strips I'm really that attached to per se. It's really just the fact that it's an older comic book. That's part of history. So, something that's it's interesting to own, at least temporarily. And there's more paper doll type stuff. And again, that's sort of why I sold my Famous Funnies number 4. I'm holding on to a number 14 currently. That's from 1935, but I'm going to hold on to that one. I did sell this one, and I do have another one up for sale as well. So if you are interested in these older books, these platinum age books, I do have another Famous Funnies for sale. I have number 36. I was only asking $150 for it. It's from 1937. So again, platinum age, pre-Superman. If you're interested in this, please go to Collectdoor on eBay. That's Collectdoor. Thanks.